What's up, everybody? Joe White here, and rolling through West Virginia today, and heading out to Illinois. Sorry I've not done many videos in the last week, or actually in the last couple of weeks. They have been running my butt ragged, the company I work for. I will say this, Bryan Alvarez and Dave Meltzer, yes, we're here talking about them again. They had another lovers' quarrel over the YouTube TV situation. Now, if you remember several months ago, they got into this huge blow up about how AEW never factors the overrun into their YouTube TV time, or YouTube TV doesn't factor in their overrun of Dynamite and Collision into the time for YouTube TV. So if you set your YouTube TV DVR to record those shows, they cut it off before it's finished. And Bryan Alvarez's argument is that for NXT this does not happen. They factor it in and plan a little bit of an overrun on their little guide or whatever. But for AEW, they don't do that. Dave Meltzer's whole argument to it is that you should just record the next show. You know, record the next show. That way you know it's there. And both of these guys have valid points. Now, I will say that when I have a Comcast DVR, and they do not allow for a overrun on any of these shows. They used to for Raw, way back in the day, when Raw was only 2 hours, and they went to like 11:05 every week. They would allow for, eventually Comcast got smart of it, and on the guide, when you went to program the DVR, it said 11 till 11:05. But with modern DVRs, you could go in and set a series recording and have it set to start up to an hour early, and you can have it set to end up to 2 hours early, I believe. I mean, it gives you an option of 5 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours. So, when SmackDown recently moved to USA Network, USA has given them an overrun every week. And it cut off again on the YouTube TV. It cut off again right at the end of the show. Now, NXT has an overrun almost every single week now. YouTube TV has adapted to the NXT overruns, but not adapted to any of the AEW overruns, and they did not adapt to the SmackDown overrun this week. Now, my thing is this. Just go in and set it to stop 20 minutes, 30 minutes late. That way you don't have to worry about whether they factor it in or not. Now, I don't know if you could do that on YouTube TV. Or do they just make you record the next show? That's my thing. Why are you going to rely on a cable company or a TV provider to do something for you? They're knuckleheads. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know if something is going to overrun week to week unless the companies call up and tell them, hey, our viewers are complaining that on your service they're not able to watch the end of the shows when they DVR them. Could you bump it around and factor in this overrun that we're going to have? To which YouTube TV is going to ask, is this an every week occurrence? You know? It's not rocket science. It's not, open heart surgery here. But this is listen to Dave Meltzer, ever the AEW apologist. Listen to the latest lovers' quarrel between Meltzer and Alvarez, and we'll come back and I'll give it some of my thoughts here.
No, you were at SmackDown on Friday. You know that SmackDown actually went over and everything?
Yeah. What's the point?
The point is SmackDown.
What are you getting at here?
That the DVRs didn't pick it up.
Did they not pick it up?
Mine didn't, except I recorded the next show. It went off right before Cody got in the ring. Roman was talking, and then it went off the air. I don't know if this is the case. But somebody tweeted me, but I've only had one person tweet me this, who said that they watched it, that TNT Sports, which is the UK version, that it went off the air in the middle of the show. I mean, not, in the middle of that interview segment too. But I got tweets from a lot of people who were watching on DVR and didn't record. The end of the show.
They should get their shit together then.
Well, week 1, but guess what? It's if you after week 1, it's on you. It's on you.
No, don't get me started on this YouTube TV thing again.
YouTube TV.
Actually, you know what? I'll bet you, Dave. I'll bet you a monetary amount here.
Why?
That if SmackDown starts to do a regular overrun, YouTube TV will pick it up every time.
YouTube TV
because they pick it up every time for NXT. Every time.
YouTube TV picks up AEW too.
No, they don't. I have YouTube TV.
No, I
watched the show tonight. It cut off.
Guess what?
Cut off.
It will be when it is up. They put it up later.
Well, I know that, but how does that help me when I'm doing the show with you tonight?
I don't know. Well,
it doesn't help me.
Okay, so complain. But
I will complain.
Okay, but the fact is that my system, if I had not recorded it, it would have cut me off on SmackDown.
Well,
but it's like, like sports, like everything, like the freaking award shows, like everything.
I will bet you anything that WWE will set it up so that it will always record 9 extra minutes like it does for NXT every week.
They didn't do it this week.
They didn't do it this week. But I will bet you if this is a regular overrun, it will be handled. It has still not been handled by AEW.
Okay, it was not handled by WWE either.
It was not handled on day 1. We'll see how it goes on week 2.
Okay.
Now, where have I seen this before? Oh, yeah, I remember.
Hey, Flaps, what are we gonna do?
I don't know. What do you want to do?
I've got it. Let's flap over the east side of the jungle. They've always got a bit of action, a bit of a swinging scene, all right?
Ah, come off it. Things are right and dead all over.
You mean you wish they were?
Very funny.
Okay, so what we're gonna do?
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Look, Flaps, first I say what we're gonna do. Then you say, I don't know, what do you want to do? Then I say what we're gonna do. You say what you want to do. What we're gonna do, what you want. Let's do something.
Okay. What do you want to do?
Oh, blimey. There you go again. The same notes again.
I've got it. This time I've really got it.
So you've got it. So what we're gonna do?
Hold it, lads. Look what's coming our way.
That's what they remind me of. What are we gonna do? No, what are you gonna do? What are we gonna do? What you wanna do? What you gonna do? I mean, come on. They're like an old married couple. And Dave Meltzer, WWE didn't do this. WWE didn't do it. WWE didn't do this. It's on week 1. We're on year 5 with AEW, and they still haven't adapted to it. They still have not told YouTube TV what to do. What we gonna do? I don't know what you gonna do. What you gonna do? What we gonna do? What are you gonna do? Come on. Meltzer is so quick to point out all of WWE's flaws, but yet he will never, ever point out any. I won't say any. He won't point out any of the bigger AEW flaws. Number one of which being the booker, the owner, the snowman, Tony Khan. And, you're so quick to jump on WWE for every little thing. Every little thing. Somebody could could leave a rock in the middle of the WWE ring. Not the rock, a rock, like a pebble. Did you see them back suplex each other on the pebble? Oh my God, how inhumane. Meanwhile, over in WWE or over in AEW, they're going through glass and sticking barbed wire in their heads and thumbtacks in their ass and in their cooch and everything else. And that's okay. What are we going to do? So, it's just so stupid, these two. These two keep having lovers' quarrel after lovers' quarrel. I don't give these two very long. The cracks in the armor are starting to show with Alvarez and Meltzer. Quite frankly, I think, and I contend, that Alvarez, who is the younger of the two by about 30 years, is quite frankly getting sick and tired of Dave Meltzer's crap. And if it wasn't for the money, he probably would have split from this guy a long time ago. He's waiting for Meltzer to die. Because with him and Alvarez being partners in the whole deal, which it's not even owned by Meltzer. He's bankrolled by somebody else. Who, I don't know. But I know for a fact that this guy's bankrolled by some third party. Probably mortgaged everything down to his underwear to keep himself from having to go out and get a real job and keep this going on for as many years as it has. But I guarantee you, Alvarez is waiting for Meltzer to die so that he could take the whole thing over and get rid of the tribalism, get rid of the stupidity of it all. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And we'll see you down the road. What are we going to do? I don't know. What are you going to do? What are we going to do?